Okay, gang, just a quick and dirty way of looking through Zoom and how you can teach from home and annotate over it and all the rest of it. So I won't take very long because we've all got better things to do than listen to me. So just very, very briefly, right, I've set up a Zoom meeting. Obviously the only person in it is me because I've linked in all my friends, and what I'm going to do is sort of teach over it using some of the tools. So just very, very quickly, if you want to set up your meeting, you're blowing away, and first thing you want to do is get a screen share, and what that does is you can ping that up and I can pick the PowerPoint that I want to talk over, click on share there, and lo and behold, there it is. Right, so now, fingers crossed, what I'll be able to do if this decides to open, and now it's not doing it because it's decided to pretend that it's Teams, there we go, is I've got my PowerPoint open and I can talk over that and explain what's going on. So if I want to explain what's going on, that's fine. You do your normal teachy thing, clicking up and down does what you normally expect. But if you want to do your actual job and write on the board and all the rest of it, and you're not able to do that actually in school, then there are a number of tools, and if you go up to the top you'll see a drop down menu. This drop down menu is really helpful because you can do a couple of things. First thing you can do is click on annotate. It brings down another little drop down and you can immediately write on that. So I can start, for instance, talking through helium. So helium's got a mass number of 4. And worth pointing out, my handwriting's appalling anyway. It's even worse on this. You can embrace that, or you can go out and buy yourself one of these little pads with a pen, but I just use the little mouse pad and just assume that they're not laughing at me from a distance. Right, so it's got 2 protons. You can write that in there, and then 4 minus 2. It's got 2 neutrons, and that goes in there, and you get the idea, right? And you can write all over that. You can change colours if you particularly want. You can change the size. You can highlight various things. So there's loads of tools you can do here that makes it very easy. If you want to move on to the next bit of the PowerPoint, you have to close this, otherwise it won't work. So if I close that, I can carry on clicking down my PowerPoint now, and it should, there we go, start rattling through and go to the next little bit. If I want to clear this, I have to go back to the top, go back to annotate and press clear all drawings, just like that. And that's a really straightforward way of doing it, but you need to close it before you try and move on. Otherwise, when I click on the PowerPoint, I just leave little dots everywhere and look like a bit of a silly sausage. So get rid of that. It's very, very simple to do. So if you want to just write over your PowerPoints and stuff, that's all you've got to do. There is one other useful thing you can do with this while you're screen sharing, is you can pause it. So pause share, if I click on pause share now, what that means is that the screen that they are seeing here is stuck there. I can get on with other things. So I can start to work my way further on through the PowerPoint. I can start to come out of PowerPoint completely and maybe bring up a Word document. So it's the equivalent of pressing freeze on your overhead projector, and that's quite an easy thing to do as well. When you're finished, click on stop share, and that's the end of it, and then you get your ugly mug back again. When you do this, it's well worth having the participants displaying down the side so you can see the other person on their webcam. So if they haven't got sound, or the sound has died for some random reason, you can see any hand gestures that they want to give you. If you agree them in advance, they tend to be less offensive. And there's also, just have the chat function open. And I found that having the PowerPoint open when I was sharing the screen, but having the chat in the bottom corner, it was a bit intermittent. So it was useful most of the time, but occasionally it would drop out. But again, if you've got a sign that says I've written something in chat, or you can see them typing, which generally I found I could, then you can save that quite easily. So there you go, that's how you use Zoom to teach over. It is very, very easy, to be honest. We could probably do the same thing about Teams, but it would take 3 times as long and there's more swearing involved. But this is really very straightforward. But if you have any questions or comments or problems with it, just give us a shout. I'm more than happy to help. But otherwise, guys, there you go, take care.